Now here's something else I want to talk about as I'm working on my 57 here. Now I have pulled the axles. Let me flip this around. I pulled the axles on here, and believe it or not, I got on YouTube and looked up a little information on here. So I still have the stock rear end underneath here. It's the 10 bolt, and when I was working, because I'm doing a disc brake upgrade on the rear, and when I was doing it, I looked online. We were having a crazy time trying to get the axles out, and I had taken the 10 bolts out. Axles were still in, and I thought it just separated from there. Then there were seat clips on the inside that I had to undo, and then the axles would pull out. Luckily, I had a friend that has worked on these before. Like I said, this is my first time working on the 57. So my friend called me and said that actually the reason why we couldn't get the rear assembly out is because the axles needed to come out first. There's not C-clips in this, so you have to undo the 4 bolts that are by the backing plate. Once you do the 4 bolts, use a slide hammer, it pops the axles right out. And then you can take out your rear assembly. I don't want to drop it or anything like that because I heard they can be kind of fragile sometimes. So I'm actually waiting for a buddy to show up before we do that. Now, as far as everything else, it had a factory tape deck in, or not a factory. It had a tape deck in here. I wasn't too thrilled with that, so I have already pulled that out from underneath the dash. So I've been working in here, get some of this stuff done. There's a little bit of wiring that needs to go on. I need a lot of these lights here. I want to get these replaced. I've loosened this up, and so I can pull that out. There's a few other things, a little bit of wiring around the place that I want to get cleaned up. Also, I'll probably be replacing the speaker that's in the dash, so I'm going to do that. The B&M shifter that's in here is not I don't like the way it shifts, so I think I'm going to end up putting a new shifter in here as well. As far as in here, like I said, I've got everything taken apart here. Sorry for the lighting here. So I got that cleaned off. I took the spacer that was on here, took that off. Distributor, cleaned around that so I can pop the new distributor in. I've been trying to get some of this wiring and all that kind of stuff cleaned up over here. There's more wiring and all that kind of stuff. I'm pretty much going to yank out any wiring that I don't need, to be honest, just so that I can get it out of my way and not have to deal with it anymore. I also have a brake booster and master cylinder that I'm going to be installing in here, as well as the sniper coil and sniper computer, which is pretty much all these boxes over here. So I got quite a bit to go. I still have this passenger side disc brake to finish up. I was waiting for a cutoff wheel because I have to get the steering arm off of the old drum. That's actually out in my truck right now. Let's see. Some of these hoses and stuff like that, I want to get these replaced, especially to the radiator. And a few other spots. I still have to put in a fuel pump. The retrofit fuel pump, so that I can get I think it's 58 psi that it needs to push for the fuel injection. So I still got to get underneath there, yank the fuel pump off, or take it out, replace that. Luckily, hopefully I can show you guys when we do that. I'll get underneath there. Oh, sorry for the light. I'll get underneath there, and as I'm doing it, I'll show you guys. It's on, especially on this wagon. I don't know about regular 57s, But on this wagon, it's actually where the rear assembly is. If you look just up a little bit, it's right there. So we'll work on that. I'll show you guys that a little bit as we go. Like I said, hopefully I can show you guys. This is coming from somebody that doesn't, I mean, I've worked on Volkswagens. I've never really built a car like this. So we're going to learn together. That's going to be the awesome thing about that. So as we go along, I'll try to film some more footage and we'll go from there.